Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. In this video, we're briefly going to discuss winding down Thai companies registered here in Thailand. This is a topic that's not really well understood in the mainstream amongst most lay people, and quite frankly, it's not very well understood because it is complex, and it's kind of my opinion that most people have a lot of mistaken assumptions about how this works. Moreover, they don't really understand the dynamics of this. So, to the point, what we're talking about here is a company's been in existence in Thailand. Individuals that are running it or that own it have basically decided they don't want to do business anymore and they wish to basically close up shop. In the West, specifically like let's say the United States, the jurisdiction I'm licensed in, LLCs, INCs, limited companies, as they say in the UK, all of these things are rather easy to sort of rid oneself of, in the sense that, like with an LLC, if you don't maintain, pay your license fees with respect to your LLC, it just lapses. Okay, now your tax liability and whatnot doesn't go away just because the LLC just kind of vanishes, but it just lapses. With respect to corporate law in Thailand, Thailand has a much more formalistic system with respect to their corporate law, and for that reason, the issue of winding a company down is extremely important, and in my opinion, really should only be left to professionals who have experience winding down Thai companies. Essentially, what happens in the wind down process is it's a massive audit, and you're basically being audited by the revenue department to ascertain whether or not the company is going to be allowed to wind down without creating any new tax liability or any unforeseen tax liability, and to make certain that the company, doesn't owe any creditors, things of this nature. It's not a particularly easy process. It's not a process that's going to happen overnight. Dealing with the revenue department is a rather difficult endeavor. In most cases, with respect to our clients, oftentimes what will happen is, basically a firm like ours will take charge of a company and basically get the individuals involved, especially with a smaller operation. It's not really possible with bigger operations, but with like small companies, basically deal with it in such a way that we get our clients, out of any obligations that they have, and then we deal with the wind down ourselves. But it should be noted that this is not something you can just easily walk away from, because failure to maintain certain tax compliance documents such as audited financial statement filing, which is a yearly requirement, as well as VAT filing on a monthly basis, etc. Failure to do this can lead to serious tax consequences. For instance, failure to file VAT if VAT is owed, that can lead to a lot of money being owed the Thai Revenue Department. And the other thing to think about is failure to file an audited financial statement can lead to the issuance of a criminal warrant in Thailand. And police action does happen in the context of Thai companies failing to file their audited financial statements. And in the instances where it does happen, they've been known to show up to the premises of a given office. They've been known to try and track down directors who are responsible for making those filings. It can cause quite a bit of a headache to an individual who fails to keep their corporate compliance up. And failure to wind a company down, to just sort of leave it hanging out there, as I said, can basically put the company and the directors and those involved in the position where they've got maybe even criminal liability associated with failure to comply with the relevant rules and regulations regarding wind down and filing of relevant tax and compliance documents.